Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again, and yes, I really am this white. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, it's starting to get cold here in New England where I am, and I will only continue to get paler and paler as the months go on. It probably won't be until April or May that you start seeing a little bit of color with me. Now, maybe I'll go ahead and do a little bit of post-color editing on this to make me look more tan. Okay, no, now I just look orange, so that's not going to work. Anyways, today's video is going to be on supplements, and the reason it's going to be on supplements is because apparently all I do these days is make supplement videos, squat videos, and deadlift videos. While I do really like squats and deadlifts, you guys apparently really like supplements, and that's the reason I'm doing this video today. Plus, I actually had an independent thought the other day. Yes, I know, surprising. A meathead with an independent thought. I was thinking, when I first started getting into nutrition, one of the things I found myself doing more often was when I was grocery shopping is picking up the food items I was interested in and looking at the nutritional label on the back. And I know you're impressed with that acting skills, because there's nothing actually in my hands. But that's what I started to do initially, and eventually I got to the point these days where I do that for everything that I eat, and if I can't find the macros on it, I'll look it up online. And I will admit I am very anal when it comes to that aspect, but at least luckily that's the only real anal aspect of my personal life. So I wanted to talk about this because it got me thinking, well, why don't people do this with supplements? Why don't they be that specific with how they read supplement labels? And that's why this video is being made right now. I want to talk about a couple of things that really kind of rub me the wrong way, grind my gears, irk me, or basically, I just want to bring up these points so you hopefully think about it at some point. Now, the first thing I want to mention is dosages. So, gone mostly are the days where supplement companies just pour a bunch of crap in a tub and slap a fancy label on it and ship it out to you. Hopefully those days are gone. I know there's still a couple things out there you might disagree with and say, oh, that's still a bunch of shit. But a lot of companies these days at least are getting a little bit better in regards to actually putting in ingredients that work. Now the problem is the amount of those ingredients that they're putting in. So let's say something like creatine, where the effective dosage has been shown to be 3 to 5 grams. What good is that if they're putting in 1 gram of creatine, or beta-alanine, or citrulline malate? Same thing. They put it in just so they can use all the fancy marketing and research behind it to slap on the label, but in reality, you're not getting enough to actually see any benefit. So that's my first problem, is dosage. The second problem ties directly into that, because a lot of times in order to get the effective dosage on those ingredients, you need to take multiple servings. So if you're buying a tub that says 30 servings and you need to take 3 scoops just to get the effective dose of some of these ingredients, you quickly just bought a 10 serving size tub of crap in most cases, because hopefully you all know by now, you can buy these stuff in bulk very cheaply and add it in or make your own, whatever. So that's another issue I have. In order to get the effective servings of some of these key ingredients, you need to take several scoops, which you guys might not have a problem with, but wait, there's more. While you might be getting an effective serving of something, you might be getting overloaded with other stuff, and specifically I'm talking about caffeine and other stimulants. So 1 scoop for most pre-workouts, let's say for example, likely contains around 200 milligrams of caffeine. That's kind of the standard serving in most cases. If you're taking 3 scoops to get enough beta-alanine or creatine or citrulline malate, or just to feel it, so to say, you might be taking in 600 milligrams of caffeine, which, in case you didn't know, is a lot of caffeine. That might drive you what in some scientific circles, they consider you batshit crazy. So that's a lot of freaking stimulants, so you need to be careful of some of that stuff. So that's the first 2 issues that I have, dosage as well as actual serving sizes. It's very misleading in that regard. And misleading is another thing I want to talk about, because again, oftentimes with a lot of these supplements out there, they try to spin a lot of this stuff. So if they have 1 gram of creatine in there, they can say that this product helps you increase strength. If they have something in there that will burn 1 calorie, they could technically put on the label that this helps you lose fat, because it takes calories away and a caloric deficit is needed to lose weight. It's all real shady. A lot of these companies also have these marketing schemes where they show you before and after pics, where oftentimes those pictures are done on the exact same day. You guys can see examples of that on YouTube if you pull it up. For example, Furious Pete did an example that was pretty popular. So you can find that on YouTube if you so wish. A lot of these other companies say that, they have third-party tests of saying how great their products are, but when it comes down to it, you can't find those results anywhere, and they're not readily available. Chances are they probably don't exist, or they paid for this specific results that they wanted you to see. And I don't know why I went like this. There are very few companies out there that actually do a lot of the testing themselves. There are sometimes supplement companies out there, or I should say supplement distributors out there that do this. Like for example, my boy Mark Lobliner. So, hey Mark, he does a lot of these videos. You guys have probably seen the whole issue with Craze going on. I know a lot of you guys have, because on my Craze review, got a lot of comments regarding it, but Rob Riches, ring a bell. Craze itself, the ingredients in there, what's really true or not. There's a lot of controversy around that. There's also a big controversy, a couple months ago, maybe even a year ago at this point, time flies on YouTube when you're having fun, about protein. So the independent research that was done is posted on Reddit. There's a whole bunch of stuff out there. Supplement companies in general are overly shady. Now there are some good ones out there. One of the ones that I really like, obviously you guys probably know Citadel Nutrition. They're just two normal guys like you and I. If you're a guy, if you're not a guy, I apologize. They're different than you, hopefully, in a couple ways. But they've always been great to me. They've always been up front, and they have a lot of great articles regarding this stuff, and they put out a lot of great information about supplement companies in general, and they're really open and honest with the way they do things. So obviously, you'll be able to always find them linked in the description box below any of my videos, because they've always been good to me, and plus they sponsor me on all my powerlifting meets. So shout out to Citadel Nutrition. But what I really want to get back to the point is really kind of be a hard ass when it comes to selecting supplements. Do your research, know exactly what you're getting. It's gonna save yourself time, it's gonna save yourself effort, and you're gonna actually see the gains or the results that hopefully you're going to want to see. It's gonna really level expectations a bit. All too often people go in blind and just read, a label or see fancy colors, like things that are shiny. Cellucor, excuse me. Which I don't have any problems with Cellucor, especially if they want to send me a bunch of free stuff. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But there's a lot of companies out there that are notorious for this, and honestly, it should come down to the actual ingredients and what those things do to you or don't do for you. So, hope that makes some sense. Again, it's just advice, fellas. You can do, I almost pulled the twins there, but you know where I'm going with this. In the meantime, everybody, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.